Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the smaller room. Hopefully it's not as warm as it used to be back in the years past. Welcome to this evening's meeting of the Board of Education. The Board of Education is interested in encouraging members of the public to share their ideas, comments, and questions. Public participation opportunities will be available at the beginning and the end of this meeting. And as stated in board policy, no person shall speak for more than 3 minutes, and each period of public participation will be limited to 30 minutes. If you have any questions or concerns regarding matters on the consent agenda through the items for discussion and action, items 1 through 4, it may be important for you to utilize the first public participation opportunity. You may also send any feedback and questions to us through our email account, boe@farmingdaleschools.org. Questions will be shared with members of the Central Administrative Team, who will respond in a timely fashion. During special meetings, it is the policy of the Board of Education that public participation is limited to topics on the agenda only. Thank you for your anticipated courtesy and cooperation. In the event of fire and/or if you hear the fire bell, you must exit the building. Please use the nearest exit, which is in the back of the room to my right, which is right behind all of you. Please now stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Good evening, Mr. Defendini. Can we please have your monthly updates?
Good evening, Mr. Morales, members of the Board of Education. This is an exciting meeting. First meeting before, or the last meeting that we have before we get started for the opening of school. And it has been a really tremendous summer, with thanks to so many different people for making this summer what it was for our students. We had a bunch of summer programs going on, and I'm happy to report out that they were all enormously successful. Our extended school year program over at Albany Avenue for some of our special education students was really well received. I got a few emails over the course of the last few years from parents appreciating the kind of program that we have here in Farmingdale and thanking us and the teachers that did such a wonderful job with their kids. We had our summer literacy program that was going on at a few of our schools. Again, really great opportunity. Some of you, with thanks to some of you for being a part of that experience. KPMG came by and they did a really wonderful job doing a nice painting project for our students. They had a book drive where they gave away some books, some backpacks, and some supplies for some of our students. Really another wonderful opportunity to keep some of our kids connected to our schools during the summer months. And obviously the credit recovery program that we have at Farmingdale High School, which is not something that every school does. Some people expect that to be the case in other programs, in other school districts, and not everybody has that. There are school systems that in order for you to be able to recover a credit because of a failed class in high school, parents have to pay to send their kids to other schools to get that credit back, and we proudly offer that for our students so that they can get that credit or they can get that regents underneath their belt that they need to keep on track. So again, very successful summer from a programming standpoint. With thanks to our staff, unbelievable job, clerical staff who's done brilliantly, filing-wise and getting reports and grants and all the things done that need to get done over the course of the summer. They were wonderful working with our administrative team. Our Buildings and Grounds Department have been hard at work. We're excited to welcome the Board of Education into the buildings next week to take a look at the condition of our buildings. We're very proud of the amount of work that went into getting our buildings ready for the opening of school. As they always do, they shine and they make us very proud to open the doors to our kids. We've been busy also from a construction standpoint. You notice now the solar carports are up in 2 areas already. We met with the contractors at the end of last week, and we do have a plan to continue that work as we enter into the school year. All of that stuff will be done during the off hours. But we will continue that solar project, throughout the district, as well as moving into the interior of the buildings, which again will be done during the off hours, having every lighting fixture changed to LED for a cost-saving measure, as well as solar film, which will also be going on all of our windows. So we have, southern-facing windows. So there's a lot of work that we've been able to accomplish this summer, more that's in store. And the last piece is the HVAC project. that we have at our auditoriums at Woodward Parkway, Salisbury East Memorial, Howard Middle School, and Farmingdale High School. They're all underway at various stages. Some will be a little bit closer to being ready for the start of school, but the rest will be done shortly after the opening of school. So with thanks to our Buildings Grounds Department, with thanks to Mr. Motisi, who's been leading the charge with a lot of this work over the course of the summer, and his team, we're really ready to get this school year underway. That being the case, I also wanted to share one more just fun little caveat. Had a chance, and some of them are in the audience. Hi to all my new friends out there. New teacher orientation started this week, which is another sort of reminder that, the life of our schools are back. I love the feel this week. There's something very special in the air about coming to work this week that's different from last week. I've been doing this a really long time. I don't know exactly what it is, but 2 weeks before the start of school, things just all of a sudden get lively. People start coming back, you start seeing familiar faces, and the New Teacher Institute was awesome. Had a chance to take our teachers on a tour of the entire district. Myself and Mr. Ferretti joined all of our new teachers on a little yellow bus. We drove around the district, having a chance to meet all of the admin, having a chance to see all the schools, talk about all the different places where you get coffee in the morning, and where you grab the best sushi and the best sandwiches during your lunch break. So really excited for a great up-and-coming school year. The only other thing that I just had to report out on is, but again, Mr. Morales will be sharing a little bit more as far as the board calendar, but the board have a number of goals that you're going to be working through this year. We've been working this summer hard at building some really thoughtful goals, and I look forward to working with the Board of Education as we unveil some of those goals in the upcoming months and start to talk about those goals, with the public, which I think some of them are really fantastic and are going to position ourselves to be much better able to service our students next year and in the years to come. So with thanks to the board for your commitment this past year, this past summer, to do a lot of work to get us ready for the opening of school. Any questions? Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Definiti. At this time, I'd like to open the meeting for our first public participation session. As always, please be sure to clearly state your name and address when you come to the microphone, which of course is right here in the center of the room. But the meeting is now yours. Don't all fight to get to the mic first. Okay. Alrighty, well, thank you. At this time, I'd like to call for a motion to approve the minutes from our March 29 board meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the March 29th board meeting.
All in favor? Call for a motion now to approve the minutes from the May 31 board meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the May 31st board meeting.
All in favor? Call for motion now to approve the minutes from the July 12 organizational meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the July 12th organizational meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Call for motion to approve the minutes from the...
I didn't say July 12th?
I said 17. So I'll say it again. Okay, I call for a motion to approve the minutes from the July 25 board meeting. I said 17, right?
12.
All right, we'll try this again. See? Okay. See, as you can see, we're all getting back into the swing of things here. It's not hard to read something that's 5 inches from my face. I apologize. All right, call for a motion to approve the minutes from the July 12 organizational meeting.
Because we had takes us a couple
Slowly
of shots. We'll
but
get
surely.
this.
Who hired this guy, right? All right. So, Ms. July 12 board meeting.
Correct.
Ralph, there's, on the members present list for that meeting, it has 2 members that were not present, and my name is excluded from that, so that just needs to be revised. And yeah, it has Mr. Espinoza and Mrs. Sodi, but it really needs Mrs. Luisi and Ms. Jones. We're both missing from that on the July 12th. Thank you.
All right, call for motion to approve the minutes from the July 12th board meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the July 12th board meeting.
I'm really sorry. So what you want to say is, I'd like to approve the July 12th board meeting minutes as amended, because Mrs. Luisi has asked that they be amended.
All right.
Okay?
Okay, so.
Thank you.
I'll say it again.
Go ahead.
We need some of the, what's that music from that show? All right. Call for a motion to approve the minutes from the July 12th board meeting as amended this evening.
All right, I'm going to try this. I make a motion to approve the minutes from the July 12th board meeting as amended.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Correct. I'm sorry.
I call for a motion to approve the minutes from the July 17th board meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the July 17th board meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Call for a motion to approve the minutes from the August 3 special meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the August 3rd special meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I call for a motion to approve the minutes from the August 15 special meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the August 15th special meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right. I now make a motion to approve the minutes of the March 29, 2023. Oh, this is you, right? This is you? Okay. All right. Yeah, I know. Look at that. We go to you now, right? Is that what we're doing? All right. Mrs. Rogers, have we received any correspondence this month?
The board received a letter regarding, from the Maria Regina Swim Club.
Thanks, Mrs. Rogers. Are there any committee reports from the board?
I just have, excuse me. Just wanted to let you know that the Youth Council Winter Program will be starting up, and some of the registration will begin September 6th online. So keep your eyes out for Youth Council. The Youth Council programs can be found on their website, farmingdaleyouthcouncil.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lively. Anyone else? Okay. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda consisting of items 1A through D, 2A through O, and 3A through D be approved as a whole with action recorded separately.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Morales, if I may. So that was your big moment. You didn't even see it coming, right? Right by you. With, with the approval of the consent agenda, included in the consent agenda are all the personnel motions. So I'd like to introduce the Board of Education to a few of our new teachers who I had a chance to spend the day with the other day, who were able to join us from the audience this evening. Gabriella Zolo, reading. Jacob Murphy, science. Victoria Kapfer, special education, math. And Kelly Dimagala, special education, English. Congratulations, we are very, very excited. There was a very extensive process that we had in place in order to be hired, by the school system. We really put a lot of these people through the ringer to get to this place. We're very proud to have you. Very excited to support your careers. It's crazy, but it is going to go very quickly. I was sitting in that seat back in the year 2000 when that actually happened to me, and you blink and 23 years go by just like that. So congratulations to each and every one of you. Charlotte's offers 20% off if you want to go get ice cream. Right, it's appropriate. Doesn't matter what age you are. No, congratulations, everybody.
Welcome to the family, to our new teachers. We look forward to all the great things that you're going to do with our children. Thank you very much for your sacrifice for the kids, and we look forward to, a wonderful career for all of you. So again, congrats. May I have a motion to approve the setting of the tax levy?
I make a motion that the Board of Education approve the following resolution. Resolved that the Board of Education of the Farmingdale Union Free School District authorizes to set the tax levy for the 2023-2024 school year, subject to adjustment based upon the application of the final equalization rates and assessed values from the Town of Oyster Bay, Nassau County, and Town of Babylon, Suffolk County.
Mr. Rotisi?
Thank you, Mr. Morales. So to date, the district has received most of the information from the individual taxing jurisdictions to help complete the tax calculation. This resolution will allow us the ability to transmit that information to the county once it is finalized, once all the rates are finalized and the calculation is complete. As in the past, I will always give a presentation to the public explaining the property taxes, the allocation amongst the the allocation of the taxes from the different counties and how it all works at a future meeting. And I'd be happy to answer any questions the board has regarding this motion. Thank you.
No question. Thank you, sir. Does the board have any questions? No? Okay. Do you have a second? All right. All in favor? Can I have a motion to approve the tax exemptions for volunteer firefighters and ambulance workers with 2 years of service?
I make a motion that the Farmingdale Union Free School District approve the following resolution. Resolved that the Farmingdale Union Free School District Board of Education adopt the attached property tax exemption motion for volunteer firefighters and ambulance workers with 2 years of service for the 2024-2025 school year.
Mr. Montesi?
Thank you, Mr. Morales. As mentioned, this is for volunteer firefighters and ambulance workers who have 2 years of service and are in good standing. They would be awarded a 10% reduction in the assessed value of their home should the board approve this exemption for the 24-25 school year. Any questions?
Thank you.
Question. So, it's, the tax exemption is for 2 years, and it was previously for 5 years,
Correct.
right? Could you just explain that? I mean, that's state law now?
Yes, so the state changed the law from 5 years of service to 2 years of service. We believe the reason for that is they were having difficulty getting volunteers, but I don't know the exact reason as to why.
That's fine. Thank you very much.
Any other questions? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. At this time, I'd like to open our meeting for our second public participation session. Again, please state your name and address clearly when stepping up to the microphone. The meeting is now yours. Would one of our new teachers like to come up and say hi? No. Okay. Anyone? Okay. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. At this time, I call for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Have a good night and the good rest of your summer. We'll see everyone this September.
Have a great night.